What's up, guys? That's right. We got the lowering kit installed on the M3, and I'm super excited to show you exactly what we got going on. This is going to be the AST adjustable lower springs. That way we don't lose our comfort, and that way we don't lose our stability when we're driving this car, either in Sport, Comfort, or Sport Plus. We want to make sure that we still get that same ride that we had from the factory. We're going to walk around on the vehicle. We're going to check it out, see how it looks. We're going to go for a ride, and then we're going to test it out and see how it drives. So let's go. Here's a side view on the left side. We had just got back from the shop that we had it installed in. And one of the things about having somebody else install these, if you don't have a spring press where you can release that load on the spring, you're going to have a really difficult time, and it's really unsafe. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in, and we're going to do a quick walk around. You are going to notice that what we have here on the ride height is right around 26 and a half inches all the way around from front to back. Let's walk over here to the other side on the right side. Now, you're going to notice that the right rear and the right front is just a hair off, but that's okay. We're going to make some adjustments. That's why you have the adjustable springs. The only way to truly find out and get it right where you want it is to set it, lower it, set it, lower it, set it, lower it, until you find exactly where we want to be. Now, to me, I really like this side. It's kind of hard to see because the sun's not on it. But this side is almost perfect. The only thing I would say is the right rear needs to come up just a tad. It's not much, just a tad. We're talking about centimeters. The front looks really good. The front could come down just a little bit, but once you come down any further, you're going to run into a lot more issues that you want to and rip that front splitter off, rip that bumper off, and we don't want to do that. Now, here's on the rear. We're looking back on the left side. As you can notice, that this side is pretty much dead on center where it needs to be. It's hard to get it perfect. I'm going to tell you that right now. Unless you do these springs every day, you're going to have to adjust, lower it, adjust, and lower it. Now let's go ahead and jump around here to the front. I do still have my race number on there from the other day being at the track. Supposed to run again this weekend. Now, as you can see right here in the front, she's pretty low. Let's see how low we can get. I mean, you get any lower than that, guys, I mean, say goodbye to that front splitter. But she's looking pretty. We just got to make a couple small adjustments, but nothing major. All right, we are in the car, and we are ready to roll. I don't know if you can see in this view, but I adjusted my radar and got that wired in as well, so I don't have any wires hanging. Now I can cover my cup holder if I'm not using it, so it's really nice. We're gonna ride up, take a little cruise on these country roads, see how she drives. One thing about this car that I really like is you don't never get tired of driving. I mean, every time you go out on the road, it's just like driving. It's like driving a new car every time. The experience is always different. Now, if you guys are daily driving these, which I don't daily drive mine, I drive mine, you know, occasionally here and there. I daily drive pretty much my truck, or I'll switch out with, you know, with the Tahoe or the Tesla or the M5. But this is between this and the M5, I mean, I really fell in love with this car much more than the M5. And now, I mean, I've got it pretty much where I want it. Obviously, you know, when you buy a new car, you get the enjoyment of putting all the upgrades on your car. And that's something that every time you do an upgrade, every time you do modifications to your car, you know, it's like you got a brand new toy all over again. You got to be careful in this car though, being that it's red. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It doesn't blend in. Especially now in Florida, they're cracking down. I think it's everywhere. Everybody's kind of cracking down these stupid Hellcats. You know, they've kind of ruined it for a lot of guys that want to drive sports cars. You know, just do a little bit over the speed limit, nothing major. But yeah, the car seems like it handles a lot better now. It just, you know, like I said, it's smooth. Feels like it's still a stock car. The only time you're going to notice any difference, and this is how it was even when it was sitting at factory level, is when you change it from comfort to sport on your suspension, it's going to stiffen that ride up, which we all know that. But I really enjoy this car. I love the car. I mean, I love everything about it. It was going to be this car or a 911, you know, and you're going to spend almost over $200,000 unless you get a used one. You know, you can probably spend around 150, 175. But as much money as you spend on that Porsche, you're going to save money on this car doing all the upgrades that you want to it. And it's going to run. I mean, it's going to run. It's going to be faster. It's going to be better, in my opinion. Now, I know there's a lot of you Porsche guys out there might say something different. Now, me personally, I haven't owned a Porsche. I have buddies that have Porsches, and I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful car. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing Porsche at all, but anyway, let's get back to the ride. Just, I mean, nice and smooth. Like I said, we're on some country roads, so it's not going to be the smoothest ride, but you are still going to get those bumps. You are still going to, you know, see some. You're going to feel a little bit in the seat, but you're going to feel that regardless of where you're at. When I used to live up in New York, the roads up there are so much, I mean, the roads up there are hideous compared to the roads down here. And it's probably like that in a lot of the other states up north, where you got to deal with all the salt and the snow. You got to deal with the snow, and then they put all the salt on the road. It's just tears everything up. A lot of the roads up north are now, they're making them in concrete, which I don't really understand that. I guess it hold up better to the salt. It's a lot more money. But yeah, this car is like I said, once you get in the inside of the car, you cannot tell one bit that this car has been lowered. Now, if you hit like a huge bump or something, yes. Now, the nice thing about the adjustables compared to just a regular lowering spring is, if you don't like the height, pop the wheels, adjust it, go on with your day. And that's something you're going to have to do anyway, depending on where you live what kind of roads you live down, where you're going, and when it comes to driving, your work, just pleasure, wherever you're going, you want to make sure that your car is not going to have any problems getting in and out where it needs to go. You don't want to be ripping off your front bumper. You don't want to be taking no risks or anything like that. The front splitter on this car is $4,500. Trust me, I know. If you go with the original factory. Now, there's some other ones out there that are kind of close to it. It's a full carbon front splitter, but the splitter's there to protect the front bumper. You don't want to be, too low where you're constantly scraping it, bumping it. Now, those that drive these cars daily, they probably won't want to be too low. And I think right where I'm at, it's still low. And I still come in on an angle sometimes, depending on where I'm going. And sometimes you're going to go through some dips and stuff going into, banks or restaurants or something like that. You just got to be really mindful of it. Most of the time, 99% of the time, I always back in just to make sure I'm protecting the front of that car. But yeah, with the adjustables, you can change your ride. You can stiffen the ride up, and it does not do anything it does not affect anything from what you've added to your adjustable shocks, your adjustable springs. It's pretty much like having a coilover. The only difference between the coilovers, the full coilovers, is you don't have that option to go to the dampering mode so far that I've seen. Once you go full coilovers, that's it. There's no adjustments. It's going to be tight. It's going to be rough. But it's pretty much ready for the track. That's it. And I like to not just track this car. I like to drive the car and enjoy it. That's why I bought it. We're going to have to adjust it a little bit. I want to raise up that back right just a hair, because I've noticed it's rubbing a little bit. You hit pretty big dip in the road. I did hear it scuff a little bit one time. And that's the thing about having the adjustable springs, is you can go ahead and make them adjustments. Once you get that lowering kit that does not have any adjustments, you're stuck. You're right there where you have to be, and you can't do anything about it unless you take them off. So there's no sense in doing it twice. Now, I've seen a lot of guys that have changed their suspension. They've changed some things. They've switched some things out. But to me, it's just like, if you're going to have a really nice car, you might as well have that nice ride on the inside as well. Now, if I was just tracking this car, I'd probably go full coilovers. Really nice day out today. Not too hot, about 90 degrees. Guys, I do appreciate everybody watching. If you watched this video all the way up to now and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned to some of the videos that we're going to be continuing to post, because I'm not done with this car. I've got a lot ways to go. That Cybertruck coming this way. And I'm not here to do this for the money. I enjoy what I do. This is the reason why I post these videos, is so I can help you guys out on making the right investment for your car. I think it's important. I enjoy helping people out.
whatever I can do to help. I mean, I enjoy making videos, but the bottom line is, you know, whatever I can do to help somebody out, I'm gonna do. If I had to, I'd take my shirt off my back for you guys. Now, I could have done these. I could have installed these, like I said earlier, but if you don't have the right machines to go ahead and compress those shocks, you might as well just take it in. Let the professionals do it. Love that intake. The Mishimoto, I got the Mishimoto Air Intake. You get to hear them turbo spool. It's almost like having a blow-off valve, but it's not. Like I said, I appreciate you guys watching, and we're gonna cut this video now. We'll see you guys on the next one.